The 2025 Volkswagen Taos. We have a lot of new updates to talk about here, but stay tuned until the end where I'm going to show you how you can save 10% off the MSRP of a 2024 Taos and other new Volkswagen vehicles as well. But for right now, let's get started with some of these highlights. So we have updated front end styling, which includes a redesigned bumper and a new grille with available light bar. And the LED projector headlights are now standard across all trims. We have a new dashboard design with integrated floating 8-inch infotainment, and the revised 1.5-liter turbocharged engine now produces 174 horsepower, and all-wheel drive models are now equipped with a conventional 8-speed automatic transmission. Now let's get into the details of these changes. Starting with the exterior, VW claims that we have a new expressive front-end look with the new bumper and the new grille and the available light bar in the front, and we do get the standard LED projector headlights as stated before. Comment below, let me know your thoughts regarding the looks of this new Taos. I have to say, it does look like a premium vehicle in its segment. It doesn't look like a compact SUV. In fact, I'll talk about the interior space in a bit, but the interior is massive with these vehicles, and actually with almost every Volkswagen product. The interior is extremely spacious, and looking at this, nobody's going to say that you're driving around in some budget cheap vehicle, and that not only applies to this new refresh, but it also applies to the outgoing models as well, at least in my opinion. Anyway, in the back we have connected taillights and the VW logo that is illuminated in the rear, and we have 3 new paint colors. We have bright moss green, Monterey blue pearl, and monument gray. We have new wheel offerings like a new 17-inch alloy wheel for the front-wheel drive S models, and we have new 18s for the front-wheel drive SE, and the SEL gets new 19-inch wheels. And similar to 2024, we still have the SE black trim, which is going to give you a black roof along with blacked out trim and unique wheels, either an 18-inch wheel for the front-wheel drives or 19-inch wheels for the 4Motion all-wheel drive SE black trim models. With the interior space, we do have a new dashboard along with new materials and colors. We have a new 8-inch floating infotainment screen, which is standard on all models. VW always seems to have some of the smallest infotainment screens, but it is what it is. They do get the job done. And VW is also saying that touch control for the HVAC system is going to be available on the SE trim levels and above. So if you go with the base S model, do you get physical buttons and switches for the HVAC? That might be one reason to go with the base model, but I don't know, the touch haptic stuff, it's okay. I obviously don't love it, but it's not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, it's very frustrating that these companies, they're very persistent on not giving us physical buttons and switches for the climate control and this floating infotainment nonsense. It's literally just another infotainment screen stuck on top of the dash like most other cars. Anyway, moving on. We have new acoustic dampening treatments to help reduce interior noise. That's always great to see. And the base model Taos S features 2-tone black and gray cloth seats, and the SE and the SE Black models are equipped with the CloudTex seating surfaces along with cloth materials as well. SEL models come with leather seats, and they are going to be available in either 2-tone black and a gray combination or a new dark blue hue. Now under the hood, the 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, it now has revised piston rings and fuel injectors, as well as a modified turbo housing, a larger intercooler, and a new gasoline particulate filter. All of these changes allowed this vehicle to now produce 174 horsepower as opposed to the 158 that it used to produce. And if you go with the 4Motion all-wheel drive Taos, you are going to get an 8-speed conventional automatic transmission, which replaces the 7-speed dual clutch. This is great to see. 8-speed is going to be a lot smoother and might even improve your highway fuel economy because of that extra gear. They have not unveiled the official EPA estimates yet, but like with most VW Audi products, these vehicles, they almost always exceed their estimated fuel economy numbers. That's one of the best attributes of these vehicles. They are very fuel efficient, and every trim level is going to come with the IQ Drive VW safety features. And this will include all of your useful safety tech features like blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and much more. That's also good to see, but in the past when I tested the Taos, I was not a big fan of it. It felt very budget. The handling was off, but I do remember that even with the previous Taos with just 158 horsepower, when you just tipped into the throttle, the vehicle felt very effortless and quick. That was a strange sensation from a seemingly powerless vehicle. But now we have even more power, and when you go with the 4Motion, we have that smoother 8-speed automatic. So if you're going to consider the Taos, I think 2025 is the way to go, because the cheaper VW products like the Jetta and this Taos, they just feel a bit sloppy in the corners. Again, a lot of people defend these products, but that's just my experience. I don't like the way the cheaper VW stuff drives or how they feel, but they are spacious and they do look good, and they never look like a budget vehicle rolling down the road. So that's good. But when you just step up one level to something like the Tiguan, you get a far superior driving experience. In fact, the Tiguan is one of my most favorite VW products. When people say that the Tiguan is like the Golf of the SUV world, they're not exaggerating. The Tiguan does feel very similar to the Golf. And when you can literally just pay a few grand more to step up in vehicle like that to get a far superior experience, I always recommend it. And that's why I always give you honest opinions on how these vehicles drive, so you can gauge in your own mind when it's worth upgrading and when it's not worth upgrading to the next level of vehicle. In the VW lineup, I do think a Tiguan is a far superior choice over the Taos, at least for the 2024 stuff. 2025, Taos might be worth looking into. But as promised at the beginning of this video, here's how you can save 10% off the MSRP on 2024 VW products. Most of them anyway. You can reach out to AutoCompanion. He is one of the largest brokers in the United States, and his partner dealerships in the Washington, D.C. area, they are offering 10% off on the Taos, the ID4, and the Atlas, and he's got almost 10% off on the 2024 Tiguans as well, about 9.5% off. The Jettas, he's at 7% off MSRP, and if you want a GTI Golf, he's got 4.5% off on that. And this is before incentives, because in the description box below, I'm also going to have a free leasing calculator provided to you by AutoCompanion. This is a powerful tool because it shows you the interest rate of a lease, the residual values, and the incentives that you can get in your local zip code. And incentives always stack on top of the dealer discount. So up to you on how you want to buy this stuff. I'm just here to share with you the resources. And if you want to work with AutoCompanion, he is able to ship nationwide, but shipping is something you have to pay extra for, and he does charge a broker fee. But if you sign up with my affiliate link in the description box below, he will take some money off of his broker fee. And if you found value with this information and this content, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching. Take care and goodbye.